The only reason why you are constantly taking supplements from that company is because you're eating products. You're eating products from industries, and then you're going to the pharmacist to take drugs, and you're going to that company to buy supplements. Of course, when you're eating products, you will never have minerals. You will lack minerals. You go into mineral deficiencies. And this is the time where you will end up in so many problems and you'll need the supplements. Now look at it this way. Even our soils, because some of these minerals come from the soil. So nowadays our soils are being altered. And there's this gentleman who runs Microsoft, this guy with the pot belly, who received immunity in our country, yet in his country he doesn't have immunity for anything. This guy who brings us AIDS and all that, brings us AIDS in terms of, I don't know, all this and all that, antiretrovirals and all that. There's no aid in what he's doing. He's a chronic, crazy billionaire who is actually interested in actually controlling everything on this surface of the earth, on this side of heaven. But guess what? Even 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗗𝗏, and I salute that gentleman, said no way. So hail that gentleman called 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗏 for just standing bold as the church and saying no to this nonsense. That gentleman has brought us GMO seeds that do not regrow. So he has actually altered our agricultural patterns. That guy went to Ukambani and taught them how to grow fruits that are GMO and foods that are actually GMO. In the name of, we are going to increase food productivity. He's not going to increase any food productivity because we have a lot of government land that is idle all over. We have a lot of land that is idle all over. Government land is not being utilized. Why doesn't he go and pick those lands? Why is he so interested in that local farmer? Do you see the craziness in him? Why doesn't he tell the president to give him that government land to go and do his things there because he has immunity? Why is he targeting the local farmer? Now he has brought in GMO seeds. He brought in the fertilizers and all that. And all these things are messing up the mineral in our soil. And he's telling us it's actually helping us preserve the environment. How? When he's bringing in things that are actually leaching minerals from our soils. Therefore, organic seeds are actually disappearing because now GMO is coming in. And then now he's telling us that he's preserving our environment by actually making our cows not too fat. So this is a crazy guy who, where he's coming from, that country is full of pollution, industries, his private jets, noise, vehicles, all that are actually polluting the environment. They are emitting a lot of carbon into the environment. But he comes from there, instead of helping them there, he comes here and tells us he wants to fix problems on this side of heaven. How is that making sense? So he's coming in now telling us, oh, you know what? I have something that you can actually feed your livestock so that they do not produce methane. Because methane is so toxic to the environment. Like we don't know. Like we've not had this livestock here all through. So he's bringing in things and telling us, oh, you know what? I'm bringing you a new thing to feed your livestock and they will not fat methane. So you are safe. We are not safe. As if that is not enough. So he brought the GMO. As if that was not enough, he's now telling us, oh, there's something new to feed our livestock. As if that is not even enough, he's still telling us, oh, you know what? I have a vaccine here, an mRNA vaccine that is going to alter the genetic makeup of our zebu animals. And then 15 years down the line, we'll not have these animals. And then, of course, he's creating a business through his printed meats. He's going to bring us the sausages that are coming from printed meat. He's going to bring us, we will not have organic meat. Leave alone you who is saying, you know, meat is expensive. Now you're going for super expensive things. He's going to bring you meat, printed meat, because he's so interested in actually controlling Africa. I don't know what is wrong with him. So he'll bring you printed meat. He's giving us vaccines. He's giving us GMO seeds. He's giving us all these fertilizers. And now he's giving us things to feed our livestock to actually prevent them from producing methane. He's telling us not to cut down our trees and not to slaughter animals. So he tells us not to cut down trees because we have to climate change. But this gentleman is involved in toothpaste companies that produce activated charcoal toothpaste. So where do they get those trees? Where do they get that charcoal from? It's a crazy human being, and they are so greedy. And of course, our politicians who have put money ahead, they worship money. They are on the altars of money. All they do is pass bills because they think now they are flying their children outside to South Africa and all these countries. They are thinking they are safe. What a stupid Who did we elect? But again, I don't blame politicians. They are a sample of who we are. Identity Fridays. Oh, do not miss on that Identity Fridays. They are a sample of who we are. We might think they are the worst, but we are the worst. Actually, we are the one who elected them. So we actually choose the best version of ourselves. Oh, now they are messing you up. And look at the future of your children. Do they even have that future? Do they? So they worship money, and all they do is sit in the parliament and decide they want this type of budget. And this guy, because he has money, he funds the budgets. And they are busy thinking of how to exploit that. They are busy thinking of how they will share the cut. They are busy thinking about sharing the money. They're not thinking about you. You think your MP thinks about you. You think your woman rep thinks about you. She's thinking, or he's thinking about how to just get the chunk. So if he doesn't get a piece of it, that's why he goes and complains on the media. Another circus. Now you see all our politicians are seated on media interviews. They are there on media interviews. And on the media interviews, what they are doing is they take about an hour of interviews with politicians to just make us so brainwashed. Oh, nowadays we have people who are called political analysts. Oh, we have people who are actually called at specialists, experts, seated there with pot bellies trying to discuss matters, politics. They are the experts. They are not experts, they are greedy. They are just upset that they did not get the cut. They are the same. It's a circus, and we are confused in this circus. When shall we ever learn? And then look at the health segments on media. Even the question are structured in a way that actually suits the media agenda, suits the government agenda, and suits that gentleman's agenda. They'll bring in an expert who has been trained by this gentleman and tell him, oh, tell us about these new technologies in agriculture. New technologies? Who wants new technologies? We've been using manure all through and it's been working for us. So who told you want your new technologies in form of seeds that cannot regrow? We have to open up our eyes. Look at the media interviews for medics who are actually pushing a good agenda of health. You will never see them being invited for those interviews. But look at the kidney specialists with pot bellies. Look at the diabetologists with fat, thick necks, seated there for 2 hours discussing new technologies in diabetes, but they're just marketing insulin therapy. Look at them marketing fortified foods. Instead of telling us to eat organic foods to get these minerals from those foods, they are busy marketing busy marketing fortified foods. So you want to tell me you'll come here, pick our raw materials, go and process it, remove the fiber, remove the minerals, and then you return the minerals again through the name called fortification? Well. So stop listening to those people. Stop listening to interviews. You people who send me the links to interviews from that TV station all the time, stop listening to them. They have nothing to say to you. You are a better doctor than them. They keep rushing and they design the questions in a way that will actually trigger the masses emotionally, because the media agenda is to actually make you weak and depressed and so emotional. Once you are unstable emotionally, oh, they've won it. They've won it because they want you that way. That's how your politician thrives. That's why he's always on the media every morning to condition you to think that he's actually speaking volumes. He's saying nothing. As you try to fix your kitchen, understand that minerals and minerals like chromium can actually come in handy for you. So we'll talk about that. And then we have the toxic elements, the mercuries that are very rich in your skin lightening products. Ladies, you want to lighten your skin and become like that lady who runs, the one who ran with the Kanjo guy in her car. You remember that lady? Then you're telling her, you know what, your skin is looking like glass. I want a glassy skin like yours. And then she tells you, oh, this is the product that I'm using. This is the product that I just bought, and you can actually purchase it through this website, and you go and purchase it because you want the glassy skin. Whoa. Where? Rich in arsenic, rich in mercury, rich in cyanides, and the lead. And I told you about the tampons. Tampons are made with materials that have arsenic. And you're wondering why your ladies are having a lot of shock. You're wondering why your ladies are suffering from problems. Because of using tampons, because you want to put on a tampon and go swimming. Oh, and I'm so surprised that even the normal sanitary pads and the normal diapers that people use, people have been using and normalized it, that has been advertised by that bishop lady. She's the brand influencer for that sanitary pad and that diaper. And now it's messing a lot of people, and you know it. A bishop lady being a brand ambassador to something that's actually destroying the masses. And she says nothing about it because she has the check. She has to continuously say these things repeatedly on the television so that you can actually buy them to support the companies. One day, even the bishops will fall. Oh, even the bishops will fall. So arsenic is part of those tampons. Okay, look at the material that is making them. Mercury is part of the skin lightening products. Avoid them. Avoid them. You don't need to lighten your skin. And African skin is the most beautiful and strong skin. Simply fast and eat healthy and let the skin just glow. Oh, amazing and tremendous results.